All right, a federal judge just ruled that ICE can no longer house migrants at a New York City detention facility unless it improves the conditions there. For more on this, I want to bring in CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez. Good to see you, my friend.
Good
morning. So what can you tell us about this restraining order?
Well, Vlad, at the center of this federal court case is a federal building at 26 Federal Plaza here in New York City that ICE has been using to hold people awaiting deportation, even though it is not one of the agency's long-term detention centers. We know several immigrants have been held there for many days overnight, and according to advocates, those immigrants and detainees have reported unsanitary and unsafe holding conditions, including a lack of access to medication, only 2 meals per day, not getting sleeping mats or beds to be able to stay there overnight, only getting blankets. And the Justice Department lawyer representing the administration in this case conceded that many of these conditions are in fact accurate, that detainees at this facility do not get access to medication, that they only get 2 meals a day, that the toilets are located within the sleeping area, and that they do not have access to in-person legal visits from lawyers. And now a judge has said that the administration has to remedy these conditions, and that if it does not, it will not be able to hold people at this facility. That includes providing them access to medication, personal hygiene items, and other services, but also to ensure that fewer people are actually detained at this facility to prevent overcrowding. In a statement, the Department of Homeland Security is categorically denying all allegations of substandard conditions, saying that it will appeal this order. Vlad.
All right, let's talk about the recruitment efforts across ICE. The agency says it's received 100,000 applications in just the last 2 weeks. I know that they've lowered, or they've said that there are no age requirements. So
yes.
You've got everybody rushing to join, like the 90s actor Dean Cain, who doesn't look in great shape anymore and looks also older than I am, but I guess there's no age restriction at the high end. And what, you got to only be 18 years old before you can, what's going on?
Well, make no mistake, ICE is mounting an aggressive and large-scale campaign to bolster its ranks now that it has billions of dollars in new funding because of the One Big Beautiful Bill that the president signed into law. That gives ICE $75 billion to bolster detention and also its manpower and resources at the agency. The agency now has lifted that age cap that used to be in place for deportation officers and other employees. It also is offering recruits $60,000 in student loan repayments, a $50,000 bonus if they are able to get hired, and also other benefits. And so the agency is trying to recruit people across the country using Uncle Sam posters, saying that they need to join ICE to defend the U.S. from an invasion. That is what the administration refers to as the immigration problem in this country, and that they need to defend the culture, quote unquote, of the U.S. And so this is an effort that the administration believes is critical to its mass deportation campaign. There are concerns, however, about whether this speed and the pace of this effort could potentially lead to ICE skipping some certain steps in the hiring process and moving too quickly in hiring certain individuals who may otherwise not be eligible to be in the federal government. Wow.
Like, for example, what, like background checks or the ability to do 50 push-ups, or like
that is one of the concerns. That some of those steps may be skipped. Yes.
Huh. All right, especially if you're, yeah, I mean, it does seem as if these monies that they've received from Congress are going to be applied, I guess, to bolster those recruiting efforts. But I would think that most Americans would want certain standards adhered to. It doesn't sound like we know what those standards are.
But at the same time, 100,000 applications in 2 weeks does underscore that there is some significant interest among the public in joining ICE now.
All right, Camilo, always great to have you in studio, my friend. Thank you very much.